Trying to guess what this is. Maybe my experience with Guess the Game would do good. Hmm. Get it? Because I'm trying to guess the game. No? Alright. So, this video, Guess the Game, right? Let's talk about it for a little bit. Let's talk about how I discovered this game and why I even discovered this game. So, where do I begin with Guess the Game? Hold on. Where do I begin? So, Guess the Game. My experience with Guess the Game. So, what do we do? I mean, the Guess the Game is pretty simple, right? So, basically, one day, me, Chris, and Dave, right? Y'all remember Dave. I don't know if you guys do, but y'all remember Dave. I have them on the thumbnail of this one. But me, Chris, and Dave were sitting in a Discord call one day. I can't remember the day now because it was forever ago, and this video should have been made eons ago. But here I am now making a video on something that happened over 5 months and beyond ago, right? So one day, me, Chris, and Dave were sitting in a Discord call, talking, laughing, enjoying our time together and stuff in a Discord call, which I probably should use Discord way more often. I probably should try my best and use it more often. I say that every time, but then it never ends up happening because I try my best to barely use social media sometimes, but or not even try, it just naturally happens because I'm gravitated more towards like YouTube sometimes, and you get it. Anyways, like I tried to say, like we're in Discord call, and I remember Dave shows us this random video game that I have never seen before, right? And it's on your browser. You can go ahead and play it now, and it's constantly getting updates and new games you can try and guess, right? And since it constantly keeps updating, like every day they get like a new like guess. And I remember like I think it was around like when the game had like 930 something guesses that you can play through. Um, Dave was like, "Hey guys, do you guys want to play Guess the Game with me?" And me and Chris, we were like, okay, what the hell is this?" And I remember we were sitting in that Discord call for I think 3 to 4 hours. And the first time we played Guess the Game, like I remember, I think Louis was on the PlayStation at the time too, so I was trying to find something to do and shit. And I'm telling you, Dave got me hooked on a freaking browser game I never expected I would be hooked on, bruh. Because I was sitting there like, man, no way I'm about to get hooked on a fucking browser game, bro. And Lord and behold, after like 2 hours of guessing games, because it goes from all genres when you guess games. Like they give you screenshots of a game, and not like an obvious screenshot, but they give you a screenshot of the game they want you to guess from like 6 images. You can use like 6 different hints to try to guess it. Like you can try to get a hint to try to guess, and it's a whole thing, right? It's like basically a guessing game, but for video games on a browser, right? And I remember there were so many times where Ronnie, and Dave were all speechless. Like there were times where Dave knew the game, but me and Chris didn't. There was a game that they were asking me about. Like for example, they were like, "Okay, this looks like a retro game." Yo, Alan, you're like retro game god, dude, or not god, but you get my point, right? We're sitting there like always asking each other, "Hey, yo, you guys know what game this is?" "Oh shit, that's Call of Duty," right? And there would be so many moments like that. There'd be so many moments where they're looking at me and just asking me, "Yo, dude, you played like Super Nintendo, like whatever the fuck, those retro games. Which one is this?" And I'm like, "Yo, dude, I've never seen that game before." Because keep in mind, right, when you play Guess the Game, you're gonna be interacting with so many different games that like. And by the way, Lucas, welcome back to the stream. By the way, 11 people. Hey, how you guys doing? You guys all play Guess the Game? Play Guess the Game on browser. It's an amazing game. But there were so many games that we like immediately got. There were so many games that we had no understanding of, even after using all of our hints. There were some games that surprisingly, like Dave and Chris found out about each other that they actually liked and enjoyed playing. I was sitting there kind of shocked that the game even interested me in for that long. And I remember like after our first guess the game session, we were sitting there like, yo, that was a really fun guess the game session. And I think we like either finished not all 938. We were skipping around, but when we finished that first session of uh Mahbub Taya, my bad for butchering names. I butcher names all the time. I apologize. Every time I see Jigglypuff nowadays, it makes me wish I could have a timeless ritual of Mel Bondi and take a piss on the piece of shit. Jesus Christ, Lucas. Jigglypuff, I think it's because of Smash Brothers, but doing the H-box combo. But I digress, right? And I just remember after that first session, like I said, sorry, my stomach is fucking with me right now, so that's why I'm kind of pausing, kind of like looking off into space sometimes. But anyways, after that first session, we were like, yo, dude, that was a fun session. That was a fun session. I'm glad we had so much fun. Yeah, dude, like, you guessed in Super Mario Odyssey from the style of the fucking floor over me and Chris, that was insane. Like, dude, like, this game is fun. I would like to play this again. Dave was like, oh, you guys would like to play this again? I'm like, yeah, some random time, right? And I remember, can't remember how many weeks gone by, but it was a few weeks later, or maybe a week or so later after our first session. Dave called us up one day and said, hey, you guys want to talk? You guys want to hang out? And keep this in mind, when me, Dave, and Chris all hang out, we kind of hang out, like, occasionally, you know, like, because, Dave's rocking the PC gaming now. He's having fun with his buddies over there on PC. And shout outs to Dave, by the way, for getting a PC and, managing to have some fun on that bitch. Because I know there's people out there that don't get to figure a PC out, and they think it's a waste and they go back to consoles or something. I'm not trying to say consoles are, like, shitty or anything. They're still good to get every now and again. But you can tell they're kind of slowly losing their, I don't know the right word. They're kind of slowly, like, losing it sometime. But anyway, so that's not the point. The point is Dave asked us again, like, later on, hey, like, later on, sometime later anyway, hey, do you guys want to play, guess the game again? And I was like, I immediately jumped on board and said, fuck yes, I would love to play Guess the Game again. And Chris was like, oh my God, Alan, really jumping the gun on Guess the Game? I guess I'll join too, since Alan's already jumped the gun in the first millisecond. And keep in mind, I was hooked. I was hooked on guessing video games. And I think I even tried to go back to it on my own after that. And I was like, damn, it doesn't feel right without the boys though, man. So, but anyways, we played again. We played Guess the Game again. And we had just as much fun as the first time we guessed again. And I was actually thinking about making YouTube shorts about us in a Discord call, me, Chris, and Dave playing Guess the Game in Discord calls, and just making little shorts about trying to guess the game and whatnot. Or maybe I should make a live stream on me playing Guess the Game, and we all go in and try to make guesses and stuff or whatever. That sounds like fun. But since it's like a browser-based game, I'd rather like do that if I had like a small little laptop or a mini like PC. I could do that type of shit on. But I digress, right? So I remember like we had just as much fun as last time, laughing, having a good time, poking jokes at each other and stuff, saying, hey man, how the fuck you not guess that? Or Alan, dude, no, that's completely not it, you fucking old head. It's this. Or we're getting on each other's necks a little bit in a joking way, just having a really good time with Guess the Game. And I'm gonna be honest, I know Guess the Game didn't like quite last a very long time, but oh my God, my straw hat is actually breaking out. Look at this. I just noticed this right here. Whoa! What the heck happened there? Ooh, I guess it is getting about that time. But anyways, as I was saying, like me, Chris and Dave, we were having so much fun. I enjoyed Guess the Game again. And after that session, after we laughed, had a good time, and yada, 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 we moved on. I think we left call and stuff like that. And after that, I tried going back. But I was like, I didn't have that same enthusiasm. Because sometimes, I feel like sometimes, like whenever you play a game with somebody, especially in this instance, like Guess the Game, I feel like it's a lot more fun instead of just by yourself, like when you're with homies through Discord or homies through other media and you guys play that type of stuff together. I feel like it's way more fun than trying to play it by yourself. And I found that out by just picking up the game again, guess the game on browser, and tried to play it, tried to guess the games with my thought process, how many games I played, which are a lot of retro games, old school games, and games that are not as modern as other things or whatever or something. And it's like I would really love to understand, fuck. I tried to understand Guess the Game near the end when I played it by myself, but I just couldn't. And that's when I realized, hey, this game is mainly fun when I'm with like Chris, Dave, or maybe other people, and we try to guess the game together through calls and stuff. But it's still a really good game, and I highly recommend it for those that want to test their gaming knowledge and gaming skills on Guess the Game and stuff. Highly recommend you give it a shot. Maybe you'll get way more correct than me, Dave, and Chris did, because we got a lot correct, but we also got a lot of games wrong in the process. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think about Guess the Game. And one day I'll probably see y'all later, Like, and let me know down below in the comments with that. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends. God bless you all. Hope you guys all have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Probably going to upload some shorts today since it's been 3 days since I uploaded them. And yeah, catch you guys next time, man. Peace. Ignore that. Don't question that, please.